It is, in a sense, romantic love is patriarchy's most successful tool. There was never a point in time where romance was level, like was something that was important. If you were being with someone, you were strategic. You were making sure that you're getting something in return. And women created romance, by the way, because most women are romantics. Women are romantics, and that is a fact of life. I don't know I don't know how it changed. I don't know how it flipped, but women are the most romantic people you could ever imagine. Like, having a best friend as a woman, like, sometimes better than having a boyfriend. Sorry, not sorry, but your girlfriends can treat you a lot better than your boyfriend. And I wouldn't say romance is technically a bad thing, but then when it comes to romance in relationships with women and men, yeah, it's something that the patriarchy has distorted and made us think that romance is this pinnacle when you're in love, and I don't think so anymore. I can say with full clarity, with my whole chest, that romantic love is patriarchy's most successful tool. And I don't know, I'm one who thinks that situationships are fun and nice and they're good for the short term, but who gets hurt in the end? Who actually doesn't feel as loved and as connected to with situationships because of that intense romance feeling? You feel like, you know what, it doesn't matter. Like, as long as we're in love, I don't have to ask for much. Ask for the world. As a woman, ask for the world. Like, be a bad girl. Ask for what you want and don't feel bad about it. Like, be so for real. Like, men have the audacity of gods, so why not us women? Like, we literally create life on this planet, and you're telling me you can't ask for another date? You're telling me, like, no, seriously, we have to build that audacity as women, because we deserve it. We deserve everything. So if we put romantic love at the center, think about where it started. You see, women were disempowered for a very long time. Women were disempowered in the sense that they had no access to property or land, which is something I love, but had no access to land, had no access to a bank account, some of them couldn't work. Women, for a long time, we've been denied access to a lot of things, especially political power. So in that level of disempowerment, in the level of feeling you really don't have anything, you create a story. You create a fantasy, because fantasy is better than the reality. You say that, you know what, this guy, no, he actually loves me so much that he just wants me in this space. He's captured me. And I think that's why all the tropes of the mafia has stolen you, or kidnapped, be falling in love with some beast, like either a vampire or a werewolf or an ogre. Yeah, Shrek lovers. I love Shrek, by the way. Honestly, why is it that women always have to get with monsters? Women always have to get with the monsters. Why can't a man get with a woman who's a monster, a serial killer?
So yeah. And also, I was thinking, the way you mentioned about songs and all that, men are obsessed with women. That's just a fact. You cannot even argue with that. When you look at most songs men sing, it's about women. It's about, they say the bam bam. They have a lot of names. Like, they're always talking about it. It's crazy. When you start really listening to what they're saying in these songs, you'll realize these people are obsessed with women. But now the thing with obsession is like you're standing on a very thin blade. You can either obsess and love and respect what you obsess, or you can start to retreat from it. Like, you're actually fighting it. And I think most men are falling into the second category. They're fighting because the obsession is so real. Because at the end of the day, women are powerful. You can't be singing about the same thing, all of you in different language, in different genres, you're talking about just praising a good woman, but now because they cannot reach to our level, they have to bring us down. Like I always use the example, if I have something and you, like a group of 10 people, they have something and I don't have it, I could either feel bad for not having it, or I could make them feel like whatever they have is not even worthy compared to what I have, even if mine is of low, like it has low value. So that's what I think about, and I'm like, oh my god, like realize this feeling you're feeling, this intensity, man, this is for bowing down to the women. Men are supposed to be providers, but not in the sense of them being bosses, in the sense of them like a servant mode, like, and it looks so good on them, they just don't want to picture that, because they say like a woman is a temple. Even how our like, what term do I use? Our vagina is shaped. It's in the form of a temple, and you go inside it. So when you go inside a temple, you have to have an offering. So they're not paying you for your whatever you've given them. It's because they're paying you for them to have access to you. You've allowed them access to you. That's an offering, not like a favor that being done to you. That's why I even say, don't ever feel bad for taking money for being with a man, because that's an offering they're giving, and they try to put down all those aspects. But yeah,
as women, we're taught to disempower ourselves so much. We don't know we don't know our worth and our value and how important and valuable. Like, it's, let's say for example, two siblings are growing up, a boy and a girl. The girl likes cooking, for example, and let's say the boy also likes cooking. The way the boy will be praised, let's say if it's yes, they'll be told it's not for the boy, whatever, but let's say they have a family that's allowed for both of them to cook. It'll be shown that, oh my gosh, this boy is gonna be a world-class chef, this boy is gonna go far, he's gonna do. But for a woman or for the young girl, she thought that, oh, you're gonna be such a good wife, you're gonna be such a good mother, already that's been ingrained in your head, because that's what you're being trained and groomed for. You just have to realize how special you are, because women's work is implicit meaning that it's invisible in the sense that it's not seen immediately, but it's what is holding everything together. It's what's holding that, like. And it's funny, they say give a woman a house and she turns it into a home. What about, like now let's switch it. If you give it to a man, what does it turn into? Like, I think men should also do better.